Welcome to Let's Get Twiharded, Twihard, with a Vengeance. Eclipse, ooh, with your hosts, Jeff Kunkel and Aislinn Kunkel. The next day, on the way to school, if I asked you to do something...
But how was dinner?
Right? We'll never know. Maybe in like 4 chapters, they'll flash back to dinner.
They'll flash back to dinner.
If I asked you to do something, would you trust me? That depends. I was afraid you'd say that. What do you want me to do, Edward? Well, I want to try something new.
Is it butt stuffing?
Yeah.
I was thinking it's called crack. He's like, I've got nothing to lose, really.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want me to do, Edward? I want you to stay in the car.
I wonder how many vampire, drug addicts there are. Because, it can't kill them.
But would it work?
Do vampires have
Huh.
a bloodstream?
Well, I mean...
Because, we've talked about this before. They eat.
They eat, so they obviously have
Some sort of digestive system.
And they can
works.
move,
Yeah.
They can move, yeah, so they...
Maybe they're like spiders. They're just a hard shell and it's all a pneumatic system.
If
they're just full of blood.
If you kill a vampire, they just curl inside of themselves.
Well,
I'm just okay, so supernatural vampires have blood.
Yeah.
And that's the only vampire being murdered that I'm familiar with.
Yeah. And I'm positive in, the movies they get, the trickle of blood after a fight that people get in the movie, or...
Because,
Well, I don't... With the...
I will say, in Underworld, I don't remember any of the vampires bleeding,
Yeah.
but I've also only seen all of the Underworld, once.
Yeah.
Towards the end of this movie, when they have, the big vampire fight, it's like their bodies are made of crystal or something.
Huh.
It's weird, because, a guy gets his arm broken off, and it just looks like he has a chunk of, quartz at the end of his arm.
And
Now,
that's
I
why
mean...
they're so sparkly.
Yeah. They're just quartz.
Yeah.
Now, I guess...
They were just actually
That's why it's so painful
Well, they were all...
to become a vampire, because your entire body is just hardening.
Yeah, turning to quartz.
Oh,
Now, I
was
guess
thinking
you
that
can
maybe...
just always use the excuse of magic. They need blood cause magic. And they don't need... I can't help but think about... And we talked about this last time about how Edward's breath must be the worst. Because, if he doesn't have a digestive system, he's just got, blood rotting in him.
Sure. Blood and, raw meat.
Yeah. Just...
Ugh. Yeah, gross.
Okay.
Anyway.
Maybe they're not actually vampires the whole time. Maybe Stephanie Myers just doesn't know what a golem is.
they're like the Jewish golems.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rock monsters. Vampires.
Yeah.
Aren't the Jewish golems made of clay?
I think so.
Sure, but it's just stepped up a notch.
Yeah.
Hardened clay.
Yeah.
Clay.
They've been thrown in a kiln.
It's all stuff from the earth.
Yeah.
All things you can make a countertop out of.
Yeah.
That's the requirement for a golem. It has to be something that you could have as a countertop.
Yeah. What do you want me to do, Edward? I want you to stay in the car. I want you to wait here till I come back for you. But why? That was when I saw him. He would have been hard to miss, towering over the students the way he did. Even if he hadn't been leaning against his black motorcycle, parked illegally on the sidewalk. Oh.
Look out, we got badass over here.
It's it pans up and it's back in black!
Yeah. And he's right next to a sign that says no parking motorcycles
on sidewalk or loitering.
Yeah.
Between the hours of
7
and
3:30.
School time. Yeah, school hours. All right. Oh.
Benny and the Jets.
Buddy and the Jets. You jumped to the wrong conclusion last night. He asked about school because he knew that I would be there. I would be there. You were there. He knew that I would be where you were. He was looking for a safe place to talk to me. A place with witnesses. I'm not staying in the car. Of course not. Well, let's get this over with. I noticed other faces too. The faces of my classmates. I noticed how their eyes widened as they took in all 6 foot 7 inches of Jacob's long body, muscled up the way no normal 16-and-a-half-year-old ever had been.
However, plenty of 17-year-olds that look that way.
Yeah.
6'7". He's like 5'10" tops in the book. Or the movies.
Yeah. I was gonna say Taylor Lautner's pretty short.
Yeah.
I thought.
I saw those eyes rake over his tight. I saw those eyes right over. I saw. God damn it. We're about halfway through.
My God.
Brain, I can do this. I saw those eyes rake over his tight black t-shirt, short-sleeved, though the day was unreasonably cool. His ragged, grease-smeared jeans and glossy black bike he leaned against. Their eyes didn't linger on his face. Something about his expression had them glancing quickly away, and I noticed the wide berth everyone gave him. A bubble of space that no one dared encroach on.
My personal bubble.
Goblin bubble! Oh, God. All right.
You got it.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
I still, regularly think about the flawed logic of his body temperature is now higher because he's a werewolf, so he is cold, or he's hotter.
Yeah.
How does that work?
That logic is still, whenever I get chills, I think of that in the second book.
Because when you get a fever, you feel cold.
Yeah. You sweat because your body's hot inside.
Yeah.
But you feel cold.
He'd be in like a parka all the time.
Yeah. Oh man, my body temperature's like 109 right now. I'm so hot.
Yeah.
Be like, he'd be sweating, but he'd be
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, it's freezing in here.
You guys cold? I don't feel so great.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry, Joe.
this guy's like nose running.
Yeah.
Like just,
oh God.
You could have called us. Sorry. Wait, no, that's not. That's
Sorry.
Not, sorry. That's not his voice.
Sorry, babe.
I'm sorry, babe. Takes a pack of cigarettes out of his rolled up sleeve. Flicks a toothpick. Sorry, I don't have any leeches on my speed dial. You could have reached me at Bella's house, of course. That shuts him up. Burn. This
He's so hot.
This is hardly the place, Jacob. Could we discuss this later? Sure. I'll stop by your crypt after school. What's wrong with now? I already know what you came to say. Message delivered. Consider us warned. Warned? What are you talking about?
Don't you worry your pretty little head.
You didn't tell her? What? Were you afraid she'd take our side? Please drop it, Jacob. Why? What don't I know? Edward? Jake? He didn't tell you that his big brother crossed the line Saturday night. Paul was totally justified and it was no man's land. Was not! Emmett and Paul? What happened? Were they fighting? Why? Did Paul get hurt? Hi, George.
At least you're not scaring me when you're
Yeah, at least you're not being haunted now. No one fought. I gotta distinguish Ed and Jacob a little better.
I agree.
No one fought. No one got hurt. Don't be anxious. You didn't tell her anything at all? Did you? Well, that was a totally different cadence. You didn't tell her anything at all, did you? Is that why you took her away? So she wouldn't know that? Leave now. Why haven't you told her? They're starting to draw a crowd. In
And
the
they both
dead
pull out a switchblade.
Yeah.
Start dancing around.
To tie their arms together. Like, Thriller. No, that's not Thriller at all. At least I got.
I was going more for West Side Story.
Oh my god!
That's Beat It, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. At least I got the right artist.
You're in the ballpark.
Jesus. Gotta have a somewhat working knowledge of 80s music videos to get why that was so funny. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, man. In the dead silence, all the details suddenly fell into place for me in a burst of intuition. Something Edward didn't want me to know. Something that Jacob wouldn't have kept from me. Something that the Cullens had and the wolves something that had the Cullens and the wolves both in the woods, moving in hazardous proximity to each other.
Whoa.
Something that would cause Edward to insist that I fly across the country. Something that Alice had seen in a vision last week. Something Edward had lied to me about. Something I
imagine she's having like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast in this moment. It's slowly zooming in on her head.
Yeah.
Then it's inside of her head, and she's seeing like
Yeah.
little things, like little black and white images of all these things.
Yeah. Something I'd been waiting for anyway. Something I knew would happen again, as much as I might wish it never would. It was never going to end, was it? I heard the quick gasp, 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 gasp of air dragging through my lips, but I couldn't stop it. It looked like the school was shaking. There was an earthquake. Like there was an earthquake, but I knew it was my own trembling that caused the illusion. It's read that way. It's a decent, like, analog for a panic attack.
Yeah.
But, like, just, that's not how it was read in the book.
Yeah.
It was read very, like, one thing I deserve it. And it's just like...
Well, I want to go back before we get too far, and I want to commend Stephanie Meisel on one thing she did writing. She did not say the Cullens and the Blacks.
Yes.
She said the Cullens and the werewolves.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, I'm 100% sure that was a very conscious idea.
It was an editor's note.
Yeah. She was 100% like, we shouldn't say the Blacks here.
Could you
Well,
do a
it's
find
more than
replace?
the black family, too.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's the whole tribe.
Yeah. She came back for me. It's fine. It's fine. I'll never let her get close to you. It's fine. Does that answer your question?
Fine, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.